There is no doubt in my mind that Negreanu is not a 4-1 dog in this match. I want to start with the odds, and I want to talk about the betting odds here. I think Bill Perkins is all over the sharp side of this match. Bill is booked, I believe, over $500,000 on Negreanu. And he also then, to help incentivize Negreanu, gave Negreanu some really generous odds. He basically booked a bet with Negreanu for 10-1 that Negreanu couldn't beat Polk. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would you do that? Like, those are crazy odds. But essentially, it's not even a hedge, right? Like, basically what he's doing is saying, look, I'm going to book Polk here for $500K at 5-1 or whatever it is, 4.5-1. And then if you win, I'll book you a little side bet here at 10-1, give you some extra value, because if I win, you win. It's not so much of a hedge, it's just kind of like a incentive payment, right? Or a what do you call it? Like a bonus, right? It's like a bonus check. Negreanu, if you win, I'll give you a nice chunk of money. And look, we can go back and forth about which one of these poker players is the better player. We can go back and forth on it. And we can have a lot of debates about it, and we can dig into it, and we can argue about it, and we probably will talk about that some today, right? But the truth is, wherever you are on Negreanu and Polk, wherever you are on their abilities, wherever you are on their talents, wherever you are on your favorite player of the two, these are some polarizing figures in poker. There is no doubt in my mind that Negreanu is not a 4-1 dog in this match. If they played this match out 10,000 times, there's no way Negreanu is only winning it 20% of the time. And this isn't even a debate. Like, this is math. You can go look at the best heads-up sit-and-go players in the world. Now, I understand it's a slightly different format. You can go look at the best heads-up players in the world. Nobody wins their heads-up matches 80% of the time. Now, yes, this is an extended, I think it's 20,000 hands. It's a much better structure than a traditional sit-and-go. We don't have escalating blinds, all that stuff. But nobody is going to convince me that Doug Polk is going to win 80% of the time here. And if I had access to poker shares, if I had access to one of the European betting markets where this game was marked, I would be hammering Negreanu. In fact, I looked on poker shares, I think this morning, and pull this up here. And despite Negreanu actually having a nice match yesterday, he's a 5.85, basically plus 485 right now. So he won his first session, which was only 200 hands. It's a microcosm of the entire set. It shouldn't shift our focus at all, but somehow so much money's coming on Polk that the odds have even gotten better on Negreanu. But I would handicap Negreanu at like plus 200, 220, 215, somewhere around that. Plus 45 is an absolute steal. I would take Fish Buffet. And this is not hyperbole. This is not me creating content or being funny. I'm not trolling. I would take Fish Buffet heads up against Doug Polk at plus 485. I would. The only people I wouldn't take at plus 45 are the people that are capable of tilting. It's just too much of an edge. And what we have to understand, too, is it's not like Doug Polk has been grinding out the heads-up cash games for the last year and a half and studying and playing at an elite level, right? Doug Polk has been doing whatever Doug Polk's been doing. I don't even know at this point. Investing in weird altcoins or starting his OnlyFans page. I don't know what he's doing. But I know what he hasn't been doing, and that's playing a lot of online poker. He hasn't been doing a lot of studying. Negreanu, on the other hand, has been doing what he's always been doing. Studying, grinding, maybe a little bit of something on the side to help him be a little bit buffer. We don't know. Could just be those vegan cauliflower dishes. But Negreanu's been playing and studying, and Negreanu has access to really great heads-up poker players. And let's be honest, heads-up poker is for a large part solved. This isn't some elite, complex game that you can't be solved. I mean, heads-up poker, there are bots out there that can play almost a perfect game of heads-up poker. Okay, that might not be the best argument. If Negreanu is being coached by Mattisau and Helmuth, that would actually make me think that the plus 485 odds were legit. I have a feeling though, even if that's what's being put out there, I have a feeling that that's more like for appearances than it's what I highly doubt that Negreanu is like legit taking and using coaching from either of those two in any way, shape, or form. That is a for appearances coaching. It's like back in the day, if you guys remember in the World Series of Poker, we would have these guys who would make it to the final table. They'd make the November 9 or the October 9 or whatever, depending on the year and when they had it. And they would hire these teams of coaches that would like work with them for the 3-month period between July and November. And you'd have some real sharp minds, and then you'd have a couple people in the team that was kind of like, yeah, they're more there for appearances than anything. So that might have been Negreanu throwing them a bone. Nobody should be going to Helmuth and especially Mattisau for elite level high stakes heads up cash game strategy. Just not. But I have no doubt Negreanu's been working hard. And he's probably a dog in this event. But he's not 4-1. For those of you guys who are overseas in the European markets, I'm jealous. I would definitely go put some money on Negreanu. And again, I think Doug Polk probably wins this 60 to 70% of the time. Right? So I'm not saying lock in Negreanu, he's going to win. I'm just saying 33% of the time, you're going to win 5x your money. That's what we call a profitable bet.